For this video, I'm going to be walking through the Enclave inbox feature, which generally supports the phishing use case that a lot of members are going to be using the platform for. It allows them to quickly ingest anything that they're looking at on their email directly into the platform, either into the IT-ISAC Enclave or into their private Enclave. So to set this up, all they would have to do is go to the user settings, Enclave inbox, and then they could configure their own private Enclave inbox, which we would then create a unique email handle, and that's where they would forward those potential phishing emails to. There are a couple best practices. If they are going to use this, we recommend to send it as an EML or an MSG file attachment, which will allow us to preserve the header information. They can also stand up a dedicated phishing inbox and then configure the settings of that to have anything that makes it there auto forwarded over to the platform, which will allow for some automation into their phishing use case. They can also add specific subject prefixes if they want to add those into the title of that phishing email, and they can have approved accepted senders if they only want specific people to have the ability to send those emails in. So in addition to this private one, they also have access to the IT-ISAC one, which would allow them to share those phishing emails directly into the IT-ISAC Enclave if that would be of interest. Again, they could also leverage that copy move feature if they wanted to submit something privately and then share it back out. So once that's configured, they're good to go. They can start submitting those emails, and there's no limitations on how many emails they submit. So a quick example here, these are just some indicators I threw into an email. You can see it's a phishing test in relation to COVID-19. So I forward that into the platform. It takes 1 to 2 minutes to populate. And then now you'll see that phishing test here of that submission I just showed. And here you can see it looks like that test phishing email is correlating out to quite a few different sources, which would in fact confirm it's most likely going to be malicious. And now the member can start diving a little bit deeper into these correlations and determining the best course of action from here. So that's the quick and easy example of the Enclave inbox. Another kind of upgraded version of this is going to be this phishing triage dashboard. Basically, you come to this phishing triage dashboard, and instead of it populating just into that report view, we are going to put it into 4 different categories: benign, low, medium, or high. And that's going to be based on the confidence scoring for any commercial or premium intelligence feeds that they have access to. So if they use a feed that has confidence scoring, we're going to base these on those scores essentially. And anything that has a hit from the phishing email they submitted with all of those indicators in the commercial intel feeds, that will then populate into this dashboard. And if they confirm the risk, that will then send all of the indicators within this report over to a dedicated enclave for known malicious indicators. And that way, only bad indicators that are known are going to be in this enclave. And that's where they could then connect it back to a SIM tool, a case management or ticketing tool, or a SOAR tool. And that could completely automate their phishing process. If they get a phishing email, they send it over, it comes into this phishing triage dashboard. They could either manually confirm the risk or have that automated. It comes into this enclave and then automatically goes back into their relevant tools. Just to quickly recap, so the Enclave inbox get full access to, one for the IT-ISAC, one for their private enclave. There's no limitations on how much they submit. And I think that should be good for the Enclave inbox video.